Welcome to New Hampshire Energy Week.
Hello and welcome to New Hampshire Energy Week.
Welcome to New Hampshire Energy Week.
Welcome to New Hampshire Energy Week. We are excited to explore New Hampshire's energy future with you through a great lineup of events that bring together business, policy, and community leaders across the state to discuss innovation, emerging technologies, resiliency, and new opportunities. Together, we are all part of New Hampshire's energy future.
New Hampshire's energy future will be defined by how we generate, source, and use energy. Being strategic in planning New Hampshire's energy future will give small business an advantage in meeting their energy needs. And a strong business means a strong New Hampshire economy. Throughout New Hampshire Energy Week, attendees will hear valuable information and perspectives that will impact their decision around energy use and energy management. And that is good for every business.
Energy Week this year has 19 events. It's the biggest Energy Week ever. Whether you are new to the energy space, whether you are a veteran, there is an event for you. Head to NHEWfuture.org to find one. Learn about all the cool things going on. New Hampshire just received $43 million for low-income solar. There's so much to hear about, and we want to see you.
Good morning, and thank you for joining our third annual New Hampshire Energy Week Virtual Career Fair. My name is Annalie Preble, and I am the Membership Coordinator with Clean Energy New Hampshire, as well as a proud organizing partner of 2024 New Hampshire Energy Week. According to the survey commissioned by the Nature Conservancy in New Hampshire, the Federal Inflation Reduction Act is slated to send $2.6 billion to the Granite State, helping to generate over 4,000 new jobs and provide just over $350 million to local economies over the next 10 years. Today, we'll hear about how one organization, Apprenticeship New Hampshire, is helping to address the workforce needs of the dynamic and quickly evolving energy sector, followed by hearing transformative stories from those who work in the trades. Now I'd like to introduce our first panelist with Apprenticeship New Hampshire, John Knorr. If you're not familiar, Apprenticeship New Hampshire is a workforce training program of the Community College System of New Hampshire that aims to promote high-quality registered apprenticeship and pre-apprenticeship programs in various leading industries throughout the state. In 2022, John joined Apprenticeship New Hampshire as a regional hub coordinator in the Western and Northern hubs, where he oversees developers who work with businesses to develop registered apprenticeships in multiple industries.
Hello, I'm John Knorr. I'm with Apprenticeship New Hampshire, and I'm excited to talk to you during New Hampshire Energy Week. Apprenticeship New Hampshire was founded in 2017 with several Department of Labor grants, and since then it's expanded over the past 7 years into a organization that is currently working under 3 grants. The ABA grant, which is the grant that I work under, works directly with businesses building registered apprenticeships. Apprenticeships have always been connected with the trades, but our grant actually works in every industry with the exception of agriculture. So over the past 7 years, we've built apprenticeships in the traditional trades, in automotive and transportation, in education, in healthcare, in biotech, advanced manufacturing, and in weatherization, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I work under the ABA grant, and the ABA grant is designed to work directly with employers. And we do quite a bit of the work with that. We have developers in each of the 4 different hubs within the state, and those developers work directly with the employers building those programs. Apprentices go into their programs on a progressive wage scale, and depending on the length of the apprenticeship, there can be 1 to 2 to even more increases over the course of the registered apprenticeship. The good thing about this is that the apprentice, when they sign on to a program, sees the progressive wage scale and knows what they'll be earning as they gain more experience in the job. A registered apprenticeship can take anywhere from 1 year or 2,000 hours up to 4 years or 8,000 hours. Depends on the occupation and whether it's time-based, competency-based, or a hybrid model. Every registered apprenticeship ends with a national certification from the Department of Labor. So that apprentice gets that document that says that they're qualified in that particular occupation. One of the things that we're also doing when building these apprenticeships, and what we did when we built the Weatherization installer program, was to build in micro credentials. So as the apprentice is learning, they're earning badges from the organizations that regulate and oversee their industry. One of the things, as I mentioned, we work under several different grants, and our latest grant supports the apprentice. So our ABA grant will work with the employers, and then our new SAFE grant works with the apprentice. We have navigators that work as case managers in each of the hubs that support the apprentice. So we have $2,000 in tuition support per apprentice. We also have $1,500 in additional funding for other things that may remove, or things that we can do to remove barriers for that apprentice to complete their apprenticeship. So anywhere from transportation to childcare, to uniforms, to tools and equipment, those monies, those support service funds can be used for that. One of the things that we're doing in New Hampshire is really making sure that people throughout the state, whether it's in the rural hubs, which is the north and the west, or our more metro hubs in the east and south central, have access to these programs. So Apprenticeship New Hampshire is working with community partners throughout the state to make sure that we're identifying the people that most need these opportunities through registered apprenticeship. Last year, Tri-County CAP in Berlin approached us at a event that we had at White Mountains Community College, and they had started to build a apprenticeship prior to the pandemic, and it kind of went off the rails at that point. So we re-engaged last May and began working on the Weatherization installer registered apprenticeship, which throughout the summer, we worked on both the on-the-job training, which is a portion of the registered apprenticeship, and the related instruction, a lot of that being done through our Lakes Region Community College and their Weatherization program. So we're able to build and get this program registered by early in the fall of 2023. And one of the things that they had said when we first started to talk about building this Weatherization installer was that Jerry Milliken from Tri-County CAP wanted to build what we call stackable occupations. And it was very important to him that he develops career paths for people that are interested in weatherization in New Hampshire. So a young person coming out of high school or finding their first job can look and start as a weatherization installer and work in that job, being trained over the course of the year as a apprentice, and then working and growing into a crew lead, and then a energy auditor, which is the next occupation that we're looking at developing for the weatherization industry. I'm also working with the Department of Energy in hopes to for them to become a sponsor for the energy auditor occupation, so that the other CAP organizations around the state can sign on to that and have their own apprenticeship program of energy auditor. So we're really excited about the opportunities that are coming out with weatherization. There's going to be more to come. So please check back and keep in touch so that we can tell you about what is going on with weatherization in the state of New Hampshire.
Thank you, John, for that wonderful presentation. Next, you'll hear 2 testimonials from trade workers. First, I would like to introduce Ryan Hughes, Weatherization Production Manager with Turn Cycle Solutions.
Hi, my name is Ryan Hughes and I work for Turn Cycle Solutions. We are a weatherization and general contracting company. I am the production manager of our weatherization division. I have been with this company for 3 years. My first 2 years I worked as an installer. I've also been doing installation on and off since I was 18 and I'm 36 now. I've worked in weatherization more than any other industry. I have worked for different installation companies throughout the years, but I never really felt like there was an opportunity to learn and grow. That is until I came to work for Mike at Turn Cycle. He gave me the tools and the opportunity to advance. I was introduced to the Building Analyst course in 2023. During the course, I learned about building envelopes, thermal barriers, stack effect, health and safety measures, and so much more. The course was helpful to me because I always knew how to do the installation part of the job, but never fully understood the why. Knowing science principles behind how we install is important to ensure we provide the best quality of work to our clients. The Building Analyst course was challenging for me because the last time I took a test, I was in high school and I was never really good at math. After going through the course, I am confident in my calculation skills. Also, having prior installation knowledge definitely helped me to achieve my goal of passing the course. LRCC provides a great teacher who genuinely enjoys teaching people about the hows and whys of installation, which was a wonderful benefit. Besides becoming a father, passing the Building Analyst test has been one of my proudest accomplishments, and it would not have been possible without the resources provided to me by Turn Cycle and the Building Analyst Professional course at LRCC. Now I'm a licensed energy auditor for the state of New Hampshire, and I carry Building Science Principles Certificate, which has opened up the door to many more job opportunities. Since I have taken the role of production manager, I have helped grow the weatherization department exponentially, and I have set new production records for the first time since the company was founded, going from $1 million in production to over $2.2 million in my first year as production manager. All of this would not be possible without the knowledge that I gained from the Building Analyst Professionals course and the help and support of everyone at the Lakes Region Community College and Mike Turcott and all of the Turn Cycle Solutions team.
Thank you for sharing your story, Ryan. Next, I'd like to introduce Zach Olster, co-owner and master electrician of Grateful Electric.
Hi, my name is Zach Olster, and I am the co-owner as well as master electrician for Grateful Electric. We are a full electrical contracting company that specializes in solar installations. My journey in education to become a business owner, education is just a high school diploma. I did not attend college. Instead, I worked in the field as a solar installer / electrician. I worked my way to a crew lead, and after a few years became the director of operations for a solar company. During that time, I was mentored by business owner Alan Gaunt and supervised under master electrician Troy Diamond. The training process to become an electrician in New Hampshire consists of a 4-year apprenticeship. That apprenticeship includes 150 class hours per year, as well as 2,000 work hours per year. I was never really a school person, but trade school is much different. It was not very hard intellectually as the skills you learn are on the job. The toughest part is physically showing up to class directly after a long work day and being there until 9 p.m. twice per week. After your 4 hours consisting of 600 class hours and 8,000 work hours, you could sit for the state board journeyman electrician exam. After that, it's 2,000 additional work hours and you could sit for your master electrician exam. This is necessary in New Hampshire to pull permits or to obtain a corporate electrical license for your company. There are tons of opportunities in the trades. My graduating high school class was pushed very hard for college, and trade school was not sold as a viable alternative. Now the old heads in the trades are retiring, and there are not enough younger adults from my generation to fill their shoes. You will always have work and can basically name your price. Being a business owner was easier, harder, less than I expected, and more than I expected all at the same time. It's been a wild ride, but I learned just to fasten my seatbelt, buy the ticket, and take the ride. My biggest challenge was learning to step back and allow my employees to grow. In the beginning, it was just me and my business partner doing all of the field work on top of working on the business daily in the background, and it became exhausting. I learned to hire the correct people and set them up for success to grow. It allowed me and my business partner to step out of the field and focus solely on business operations. My two biggest pieces of advice would be to hire a trusting accounting firm and just stick to what you do best. The second would be to treat your employees for what they are. They're your biggest asset to your business. Some accomplishments is Grateful Electric was voted in the top 500 solar contractors in the United States by Solar Power World magazine. We've been extremely successful and have showed increased revenue growth and profit margins year over year consistently. So that's my gist. Thank you.
Thank you to our panelists, the 2024 New Hampshire Energy Week organizing partners, and the New Hampshire Employment Security for helping us put together this event. For more information from Apprenticeship New Hampshire, Turn Cycle Solutions, and Grateful Electric, please visit their virtual tables. We will also be sending an email to all attendees with additional information and links. And please feel free to use the chat function to encourage attendees to visit your table. If you have questions specifically to the Remo platform being used today, please visit the help desk on floor 1. Thank you so much and enjoy networking.